Welcome back to Tip of the Week. Today's subject is ladies' heel turns. And before we actually get to what lady has to do during the heel turn, I will explain what man has to do to lead it. So the first thing, very important thing to lead the heel turn is to have a stronger contra-body movement. When we go into the heel turn, let's say if we go to the heel turn to the left, the body will have to turn much stronger than if we were to do a normal turn. Not a heel turn for the lady, but a normal turn. The other thing is an early rise. Again, in a normal turn, which is not a heel turn, the rise would happen more gradually over the course of the steps. When we lead a heel turn, the rise happens right away on the first step. We continue to rise later, but on the first step, the rise already happens. So these are the two important points to remember for leaders to do for the lady to have a good heel turn. Now, Katja will explain what the ladies have to do to actually perform the correct heel turn, provided that the lead is correct.
Right. The first thing is, as you're stepping back onto the right foot in this case, because we're doing a reverse turning heel turn, make sure you're not just stepping straight back and then you try to turn. As the man is doing the CBM to lead the heel turn, we have to respond to that. So as I'm stepping onto the right foot, you'll notice that I'm beginning to turn. Now, to avoid the foot passing, what we have to do is basically two things. One thing is, we have to make sure that we really get the weight over the right foot. At the same time, the left foot will have to close parallel. As soon as the foot closes, change the weight. Yeah? So if you're waiting a little too long with changing the weight, the risk of the foot passing is much higher. So I am turning as I step onto the right foot. I am closing my feet parallel and I change my weight right away. Now, if I'm doing, say, a double reverse spin, I will have to continue to turn. What we do then is, as we continue to turn, we're rolling the weight a little bit forward there, and that's what brings us up to the rise, and now we can go on to the next two steps of the double reverse spin. Be careful when you do the rise that you're not just popping up and pulling back because you're trying to create a shape. What you really should do is, as the body continues to go forward, there you see my head stays almost in the same position. I roll through the foot and now I can go. The same thing will go for an open telemark, for instance. We would also close, roll through the foot with the weight, and then we can get into the promenade position.
Heel turns for the ladies are done to both sides. Katja already explained two figures, double reverse spin, or gave an example of two figures, double reverse spin and open telemark, turning to the left. Turning to the right would be a natural turn in foxtrot. It would be exactly the same thing. Men would do exactly the same lead, which means early rise and stronger CBM. So if we just demonstrate a double reverse spin with all of these points, we have 1, 2, and 3. So as you could see, early rise, stronger CBM on one, lady closes her feet, gradual rise for the lady, and then lowering at the end. So this was double reverse spin. And that's it for today as far as heel turns for the ladies are concerned.